Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Okay, let's solve next question, summative exercise, page 116, question number 10. Okay, right, this question. So the diagram on the right shows a part of curve. So this is a curve. Okay, this one. The equation is y plus x squared equal 4, and PR is a tangent to the curve at point Q, 1, 3. So first keyword dekat sini adalah, you nampak perkataan PR is a tangent to the curve. Okay, so once PR is a tangent, so this line is a tangent to the curve. So, right, ingat differentiation and integration dia berkait, dua topik yang berkait. Okay, so we have learnt. Okay, so bila you nampak perkataan tangent, okay, PR is a tangent to the curve, ingat dekat otak dah set dah, gradient of tangent to the curve is dy by dx. Kita dah belajar gradient of the tangent to the curve. Gradient of the curve is defined as gradient of tangent to the curve at that point. So meaning that how to get the gradient of the line PQ, you must find dy by dx. Okay, because PQR here is a tangent to the curve. So maknanya dekat mana-mana titik on the straight line, because we have learned gradient is a constant, so the gradient at point P, point Q and point R has the same value. Okay, so if you have a straight line, gradient is constant. So how to find the gradient of the line PQR? You need to find dy by dx. After you find dy by dx, okay, dy by dx is known as gradient function of the curve. Okay, so how to get the value of the gradient? Put in the x coordinate. Let's say here at point Q, so put in the x coordinate at the point Q, you will get the value of the gradient. So first find dy by dx. Okay, so now okay, let's see what's the question. What is the question ask you? The first one, they ask you to find the coordinates of the point P, R and S. So let's find the coordinates of the point P, R and S first. So from the equation of the curve, okay, we can find dy by dx. So this is the equation of the curve. Okay, you have y plus x squared equal 4. Right, this is the curve, and this is the equation of the curve. So let's find dy by dx. So if you want to find dy by dx, means you need to make y as the subject. Okay, y in terms of, we have a function y in terms of x, we can find dy by dx. So now your function, okay, is like this. So make y as your subject. Okay, you will have 4 minus x squared. So let's differentiate this function. Differentiation of any constant is 0. That's why basic concept integration kena kuat lah. Okay, dia takkan bagi pada you function yang very complicated. Dia bagi yang simple-simple je. Jadi maknanya kena tahulah macam mana nak buat differentiation, macam mana nak buat integration yang basic-basic. Okay, this one, multiply the index to the front, 2 times -1, -2. Copy the variable you have here, x, and differentiation, the word differ. Okay, from the word differ, always -1 the index, tolak 1. Kalau integration, t for plus, so +1. Okay, because we have learned, alright, integration is the reverse process of differentiation. Okay, reverse process of differentiation is called integration. So kena ingatlah ni. Okay, alright, so kita dah dapat dy by dx function. So this one is known as gradient function of the curve. Okay, kenapa kita panggil dia gradient function of the curve? Kenapa kita panggil dia gradient function of the curve? You can see it is in terms of x. So how to get the value of the gradient? Put in the x coordinate. Let's say here point you have coordinate q, x is 1. So put in the x coordinate here. You will get the value of the gradient of this line. So let's put in the x coordinate there. So at q, the coordinate is 1, 3. So at the point q, gradient at q, okay, is, okay, you take this function, right? Because this is gradient function of the curve. Okay, so to find the value of the gradient at point q here, you just substitute the x coordinate. Okay, so the gradient function is negative 2x, and the x right now is 1. So put in, you'll get negative 2. So the gradient at q, gradient of the curve, is defined as gradient of tangent, okay, at q there, that is negative 2. So logic tak negative 2? Betul lah, slope dia incline to the left. Kita dah belajar kalau kita ada line macam ni, okay, incline to the left, gradient dia negative. Kalau kita ada line macam ni, incline to the right, gradient dia positive. Kalau kita ada straight line macam ni, parallel to the x-axis, gradient is 0. Benda-benda basic ni kena tahu. Okay? Okay. So next. Alright. So, the question asks you to find what is point P. What point they ask you to find question. Okay, find the coordinates of the point P, R and S. Okay. So kita dah dapat dah gradient at point gradient of the tangent to the curve PQR. So kita ada macam ni lah. Kat sini ada P, kat sini Q, kat sini R. Okay. So you faham, right? P, okay, lies on the y-axis. Okay, bila dia any point that lies on the y-axis, the x coordinate always 0. Okay, y tu yang kita tak tahu lagi berapa. Kat sini kita tak tahu y is a y. You need to find it. Okay, and R lies on the x-axis. You have learnt any point that lies on the x-axis. Ni x kita tak tahu, tapi kita tahu dia punya y. Dia punya y apa? 0. So x tak tahu, y tahu 0. So using the concept of gradient is a constant. If you have a straight line, gradient is constant, right? Kat mana-mana titik pun semua sama, dan kita dah cari pun gradient of the straight line PQR, which is actually the tangent to the curve. Okay, we get negative 2. Okay, so gradient of the line PQR is negative 2. So using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay, you can find the coordinates of P and R. Alright, let's start with P coordinate. Okay, alright. So let's put in the formula. Okay, gradient of the line PQ is negative 2. P is 0y. Q is 1, 3. So using the formula, y2, lagi satu. Bila nak buat tu, buatlah benda yang menyenangkan kita. Jangan buat benda yang menyusahkan. Jangan ambil 3 minus y. Ambillah y minus 3. Benda yang kita nak cari tu duduk belah depan. Y minus 3. Okay, maknanya 0 minus 1. Dia mesti correspond lah. Kalau you ambil y minus 3, you kena ambil the next one, you kena ambil for x, you must take 0 minus 1. Jangan ambil 1 minus 0. Salah lah. That's why you all selalu buat mistake tu. Okay, yang selalu salah tu. So y minus 3 equals negative 2 times negative 1 positive 2, y is 5. Okay, dah dapat dah. Y is 5. Okay, so the coordinates of P is 0, 5. So kita dah boleh mark dekat sini, dekat sini 5. So this straight line, the y-intercept is 5. So once we know the straight line punya y-intercept, gradient pun dah tahu, we can write the equation of PQR, where PQR is the tangent to the curve, kan? Okay, so kita dah sebenarnya lah, walaupun dia tak tanya, kita dah boleh tulis dah equation of the line PQR which is tangent to the curve. So tangent maknanya dia straight line. Bila dia straight line, dia mesti equation dia y equals mx plus c. Gradient tadi kita dah dapat. Kita dapat apa tadi? Negative 2. Right. So gradient is negative 2. Y-intercept kita baru je cari, kita dapat 5. So equation of the straight line where the line PQR is tangent to the curve is negative 2x plus 5. Done. Ini equation of PQR. Walaupun tak suruh cari, kita dah tahu dah. So benda ni benda yang asas sekali. Bila buat soalan kena ingat selalu. Okay, this value represent the y. So you can see the line cut y axis at P. So 5 here is the y-intercept of the curve. Of the straight line. Okay. Okay, P done. Next is R. So the same. Gradient of QR is the same, that is negative 2, because PQR, point P, point Q and point R lies on the same straight line. So the gradient is a constant. Okay, so the point P is 0, the point Q is 1, 3. So sama je, ambil ambil x, ambil 0 minus 3. Okay, 0 minus 3. Kenapa saya ambil 0 minus 3? Sebab saya nampak x kat sini. So x minus 1. Senang nanti saya nak arrange. So y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1 equals negative 2. So ini saya akan dapat, saya bawa x minus 1 pergi sana. Okay, so 2 ni saya bawa pergi sebelah ni lah. Okay, sebab saya bawa x minus 1 pergi sana, negative 2 saya bawa turun. So negative 3 over negative 2 dia jadi 3 over 2. So x saya akan dapat 3 over 2 plus negative become positive plus 1. Jadi 5 over 2. So the point R right now is x is 5 over 2, y is 0. Done. Okay, boleh? Selesai untuk part A. Next, part B. Okay, part B dia tanya apa? Question number 10. The area of the shaded region. So, dia nak suruh cari area ni. So, ingat tips nak cari area. Saya suruh you buat apa? Tengok equation of the curve. Oh, ada lagi satu kita belum cari. Point S kan? Okay, point S dulu. Cari point S. Okay, so you can see S is actually here is the y-intercept of the curve. Nampak tak? Curve tu touch y-axis at the point here. So, we have learnt. Okay, so kat sini the point S there lies on the y-axis. Maknanya x dia 0. Okay, x is 0. Y yang tak tahu. Okay, ni. So, kita guna konsep coordinates of a point lying on a curve. Okay, satisfying equation of the curve. So, maknanya kalau kita tahu salah satu koordinat, kita boleh cari yang satu lagi. So, dalam kes ni x adalah 0. So, y mesti apa? Y dia jadilah 4. Kalau dah ni 0, y is 4 lah. So, s adalah 0, 4. So, let's mark here 4. Okay, next, we need to find the area of the shaded region. So, tips dia, kita tengok equation of the curve. Okay, but before that, let's see the shaded region here. You can see it is bounded by this straight line, where the equation of the straight line tadi kita dah cari. Okay, y equals negative 2x plus 5. Okay, where the straight line is actually the tangent to the curve, and then bounded by this line which is actually y-axis. Okay, and then bounded by this curve. So dia macam ni lah. Curve tu macam tu. Lebih kurang. Okay, so sini ada Q. Right. So tadi kita dah tahu dekat sini tadi. Here we have 5. And here 4. Oh, equation of the curve is y plus x squared equal 4. Now you want to find area of this region. So teknik nak buat, saya kata how to solve. Okay, tengok equation of the curve yang mana lebih mudah dijadikan sebagai subject. Macam mana you nak pilih whether bounded by x or bounded by y axis. Look at the equation of the curve. So adalah lebih mudah you jadikan y sebagai subject. Maknanya kalau you pilih y as your subject, your area is, okay, y as your subject, maknanya your area is bounded by x-axis. Bounded by x-axis, the limit sentuh S. For sentuh, looks like S, right? The sign here. Sentuh apa? Sentuh x-axis. The limit must be on the x-axis. Okay. So, bila kita nak cari area bounded by x-axis, kita tengok macam ni kan? Macam tu. Because your x-axis is here. So, tengok macam ni. Pertama, you akan nampak apa tu? You akan nampak straight line. Kita buat one by one. Macam tu. Straight line ni. Sini ada P. Sini ada Q. Stop kat sini je lah. Sebab yang ni je terlibat dia sampai sini je. So, yang ni tak payahlah nak tengok. Faham tak ni? Okay. So, now bounded by x. So this is your x-axis. Okay, you see the region there. Okay, okay, so bila dia tengok macam ni, maknanya under the straight line, macam ni kan, you nampak trapezium shape. Okay, so sebenarnya degede kat sini Q tadi. Okay, sebelum tu let's mark. Okay, lagi satu tips lupa nak bagi tahu. Bila you ada coordinate, just mark first. So Q X dia 1. So kat sini 1. And then gede kat sini 3. Dia punya Y dia 3 tadi. Okay. So maknanya sekarang bila kita cari area under the straight line, kita dapat semua which is a trapezium shape. Right? So the limits on the x-axis, okay? Sebab kita pilih tadi bounded by x-axis where we make y as our subject. Right, so this is the equation, so this is the equation of the straight line. Negative 2x plus 5. Tapi saya tak nak pakai equation ni untuk cari area under the straight line. Sebab saya rasa saya nak pakai je formula trapezium punya area. Nak pakai ni boleh tak teacher? Boleh, can. You can use the equation of the straight line to find area under the straight line PQ. It's not wrong. Tapi buat apa nak buat benda yang menyusahkan? Okay, so tugas kita kena tahu length ni dengan ni. Okay, tinggi ni, height dia 5. Here to here, tadi kita dapat sini 5, so maknanya tinggi ni adalah 5. And then, here to here, kita dah tahu tadi 1. Okay, alright. Lepas tu, bila kita tengok daripada atas, kita dah selesai yang ni. Kita nampak apa lagi? Kita nampak curve ni. Buat satu-satu lah. Kalau tak berapa nak cakap lagi, kena buat satu-satu. Okay, nampak curve ni. So, curve tu, dia macam ni. Macam tu. Okay. So, curve tu macam tu. Lagi sekali, kita tengok dari mana tadi? Tengok macam ni kan. So, bila tengok macam tu, sebelum tu, bounded by x. Okay, so tengok macam ni under the curve. So, curve ni dekat sini. Kan? Okay, under the curve maknanya region ni. Bawah ni. Okay, jap. Pakai yellow. Under the curve. Under. Sampai sini je lah. Sebab kita ambil sampai sini saja. So, here, on the x-axis, here 0. Here 1. And what is the equation of the curve? Equation of the curve is this equation. Y equals negative x squared plus 4. Ini tadi. Okay. Alright, tadi. So, sekarang baru fikir. Nak tolak, nak plus or minus. Okay, disebabkan kita nampak bahawa tadi, at first, kita cari area under the straight line, kita dapat trapezium shape. And then area under the curve kita dapat this one. So kita nak part ni saja, we need to minus. Okay, let's find the area of this region, the shaded region here. So half the sum of the two parallel side. Oh, saya lupa. The sum of the two parallel side. Sebelah ni belum lagi. Kita tak cari lagi tadi. Tapi kita boleh dapat dah. Tinggi ni berapa? Sini kan? Sini adalah berapa tadi? 3. Tinggi ni 3. Sini sampai sini 3. So, 3. So, 5 plus 3 times 1. Minus dengan, okay, integration from 0 to 1. You make y as your subject. So, you take this one. Negative x squared plus 4 dx. Okay, let's integrate. 5 plus 3, 8 divided by 2 become 4 minus. Okay, integrate, become negative. Increase the index by 1, become 3, divided by the new index. So this one become 4x, 0 to 1. Okay, 4 minus. Okay, put in 1. Negative 1 cube is negative 1 over 3 plus 4 times 1 is 4. Minus, masuk 0 become 0. So nothing change. So dia jadi this one negative 1 over 3 plus 4. (11 over 3). So 4 minus 11 over 3. (1 over 3). Square unit. Done. Okay, B done. Boleh? Okay, next. C. C mana textbook? Okay, C. Let's see the textbook. Where's my textbook? Oh, here. Okay, C. Question number 10, right? Okay, C. Okay, for C, the question asks you to find the volume in terms of pi. Okay, so you read, underline, volume V in terms of pi when the region bounded by the curve. Where's the curve? So first you ada bounded by, so you must find where's the region, okay? Okay, so first bounded by the curve. Okay, so this is a curve. Okay, tak apa nampak sekejap. Ni curve, bounded by the curve. Okay, bounded by the curve. Okay, so dia macam ni lah. Sekejap. Dah sikit. Alright. Bounded by the curve. Macam tu. Next. Bounded by the curve. The y-axis. The y-axis. Okay, the y-axis second bounded by the y-axis. So underline y-axis. So this is your y-axis. Okay, tapi disebabkan dia dah cakap bounded by the curve, so part ni dah tak terlibat. Tengok teknik nak buat. So part ni dah tak terlibat, not involved. Because dia kata bounded by the y-axis. So maknanya kat sini. Okay. So ini y-axis you. So ambil sampai sini saja. Kat sini tadi 4. 4, right? Okay, next. Dia baca lagi. Bounded by the y-axis. Mana dia? Okay, and the straight line. The straight line. And that straight line is parallel to the x-axis. Maknanya dia macam ni lah. Okay. Okay. Parallel to the x-axis. And then dia kata, underline all this you must underline. Okay, parallel to the x-axis and passes through the point Q. Dia parallel to the x-axis. Yang the third one. So altogether, so region ni dia mesti bounded by these three graph. First the curve, second the y-axis, third the line which is parallel to the x-axis, and make sure passes through point Q. Okay, so kat mana tu? Of course lah dekat sini, sebab dia kata passes through point Q. So maknanya yang ni. So kat sini. Okay, kat sini tadi 3. Right. Okay, so maknanya region kita yang ni. So kalau keluar soalan macam ni, you must read, underline. Okay, you must know where is the region. So how to determine where's the region? Okay, read the question and then see how many graphs involved. Okay, bounded by this graph, and this graph. So determine one by one where's the graph. Okay, so bounded by the curve, the y-axis, and the straight line which is parallel to the x-axis and passes through point Q. So this is the region. Okay, so this is the region. Okay, now dia kata rotated 360 degrees about the y-axis. So otak terus tulis formula. Rotate y dekat y maknanya x squared sebagai subjek dy. The limits, okay, the limits S for sentuh apa? Y-axis. Okay. So what is the equation of the curve? The equation of the curve is y plus x squared equal 4. Since we want to make x squared as our subject, so x squared is bring 4 to the right, become minus. So this is the equation of the curve. Since we use area, now the region, okay, right now is rotated through y-axis, the limit must be on the x-axis. So of course we take from 3 to 4 here. So let's find the volume. Okay, x squared as your subject, you have 4 minus y dy. The limit is from 3 to 4. Okay, so integrate je macam biasa. 4 become 4y. This one will become y squared over 2, 3 to 4. You can always check, use your calculator. Okay, so put in 4. Okay, and then put in 3. Okay, you tak payahlah nak buat macam saya ni. Saya buat macam ni sebab saya malas nak tukar pen. Nak kena buka tutup. Ni tak payahlah, you kan tulis dengan pen. So 4 ni, y sekarang kita masuk 4. First masuk 4, put in 4, plug in 4 and then minus. And then this is a formula, okay, always minus. Put in 3, y as 3. Okay, bye. This one you can press your calculator. Okay, but before that, let's check what's the answer. Okay, this button, press this button, and then key in the original function for minus y. This calculator y, we use x button to represent the y. Okay, limit is 4 and then here 3. Sepatutnya kita dapat half. Okay, sepatutnya answer dia half pi square unit. Okay, kita tengok kita dapat tak half. Alright, so let's use this calculator. 4 times 4 minus, okay, fraction 4 squared over 2. Okay, so this one better put in bracket, big bracket, because you have minus, right? Minus, open bracket. Okay, this one 4 times 3 minus fraction 3 squared over 2. Close bracket, equal sign. Yes, it is 1 over 2. So done. Volume, oh sorry, volume dia mesti cube unit. The unit is cube unit. Okay, done. This one is question number 10. Next, question number 11, next video.